Hey guys, Alex here with Couch Ninja Warriors, and today I'm out with the Kel-Tec SU16 in all her misery. I was super excited to get my hands on this rifle when it came to my shop. You don't see them too often. They're kind of like unicorns. They're just not around. And I've always been interested in them. I think the idea of a folding, compact, lightweight rifle chambered in .223 makes a lot of sense, especially since it takes AR-style magazines. I think the idea of the rifle is better than the actual rifle itself. I found the rifle to be pretty unreliable with anything other than PMags or Lancer mags, which is fine if those are all you're going to run, but the idea with this rifle is that you could have it folded up and keep a spare magazine in the stock. Either two of the 10-round Kel-Tecs, which it comes with. You put two 10-rounders or a 30-rounder in there sideways. However, you can only use the 30 if it's an aluminum or a steel mag, which you could stick an unreliable mag in, or yeah, just leave it empty. Yeah, I didn't have very good luck with either of those Kel-Tec mags that it came with. I'm rolling in footage here of just it jamming. Pretty much every single magazine with the 10-rounder Kel-Tecs, and often enough with the aluminum mags for me to not trust them. I put Palmetto State and Bushmaster mags in, and neither of them worked. So, I mean, in that regard, without it being reliable with aluminum mags, I don't know why I would store one in the buttstock. The Kel-Tec SU16 has a folding bipod, and it sucks. It's garbage. I'll roll in a couple of clips here of me shooting it, and the recoil impulse of the rifle causes the bipod to slip. So, I mean, again, good in concept. It just it seems like everything on this rifle was a good idea, but they just didn't quite execute it right. I mean, that's a cool concept. So it was putting the magazine in the buttstock, having a rifle that's ready to go, put an optic on it. It's super lightweight. I was super excited to get this gun. I even think it looks sexy. I like the traditional rifle style mixed with the kind of modern synthetic plastic stock and Picatinny rail. I think it's a cool blend of old and new, and I think it totally makes sense. It seems like it's competing for the same space as like the Mini 14 for band states, where you can't have a muzzle device on it, and you can't have more than 10-round mags. That's why it comes with two that just store in the buttstock. Doesn't have a pistol grip. It's a featureless rifle in its traditional configuration here. Before I even got to shoot it, I had to replace this pin because this rifle folds, and you have to take this pin that has to stay out of the rifle. Now, you need a tool to get that pin out, either a bullet or I'm just going to use my knife here. So when you take it out, and then you put it in the safety here. So here's the safety switch, and you're supposed to keep it in there. I did that, and the thing fell out in my car somewhere, and I couldn't find it, so I had to order some more. I ordered 3 just in case I lost another one. Didn't want to wait again. So before I even got to shoot the rifle, I lost a part. You can't really store it in this rear one because it just slips right out. You can't store it in here because, again, it'll just slip right out. So the only place to put it with any sort of retention is in that little safety slot, which even that comes out pretty easy. So yeah, I had to order that. At least the shipping was pretty quick, and these things are only like $2 on Kel-Tec's website. I mean, I like the idea. I like the manual of arms. It's similar to Mini 14, and it's kind of competing in that same market space, and maybe the AR-15 market as well in banned states like California, New York, Hawaii. It's too bad. It's just not working out, and I'm not going to hang on to it because it's unreliable, and I don't really like the bipod, and it doesn't do anything for me other than fold that an AR-15 can do better. And granted, I might add a little extra weight for that, but I mean, the weight reduction only matters if the gun's reliable. I'm super disappointed to give this guy a negative review. And granted, this is a sample size of 1, so maybe yours is reliable, maybe you're only running Lancer mags out of it, maybe you're only running P mags out of it, but for me, it's just, I'm not going to hang on to it. So if you're in a banned state and this is something that you can get, I would probably shy away from it. If you're only going to run 10 round PMags through it, it's going to probably work for you. I had good luck with PMags and Lancer Mags. So if you run the 10 rounders out of those, it's just you're not going to be able to keep it in the stock. So it just seems like, why not just get a 10 round AR-15? I'm really sad. I was super excited about the gun. Maybe this is an earlier generation. Maybe they've already addressed those issues. I would recommend, if you're looking to buy one of these, I mean, the MSRPs are like $500 on them, and for that, right now the AR market's so soft, you could buy a nice, reliable AR. Hell, you could buy a super lightweight AR, buy a thin barrel AR-15, an M&P Sport or something, and it might weigh a little bit more, but you're going to get reliability, which is what's important. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter how much weight you're saving in a lightweight rifle if it's unreliable. The gun gets so hot so quickly. I mean, you put 30 rounds through it and you can't touch it. You can feel the heat pouring through the handguards. I'll roll in a footage where I did a 30 round mag dump and the thing's smoking from everywhere. The handguard got so hot. It's like you can't even run a 30 round magazine without it just melting. Again, good concept. And maybe you could only stick to 10 round mags, but I mean, the 10 round mags are unreliable. So it's just, the execution was super poor, at least mine, but I was planning on shooting more than 220 rounds through it, but I wasn't having fun. Don't put a scope on it. The muzzle flash is so bright, you're looking through the scope and you have to like readjust where you're aiming because you're blinded by the light. I would stick with a red dot if you're going to put an optic on it, or maybe just go with their factory peep sight. And the muzzle blast on the thing is horrendous. It's so freaking loud. I would totally recommend the gun if it was reliable, but that's the biggest downfall. And then all the other little things like the pin getting lost and the muzzle flash being so bright in the scope, and those things all just kind of accumulated to an unenjoyable experience, so unenjoyable that I'm not even going to finish shooting the ammo that I bought for it. So I'm going to save that ammo for a gun that I do enjoy shooting and a gun that I want to do more in-depth review on. But this one, I would, if you're in a state where you can't have a traditional AR-15, this is why you're looking at it. I would say look at a Mini-14, I would say look at an SKS. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the footage of it jamming, seemingly like every other round. I mean, it's a sexy rifle, it's too bad it didn't work. Anyways, guys, if you have a Kel-Tec SU16 and it's totally reliable for you, tell me what a liar and how wrong I am in the comment section below. If you're thinking about buying a Kel-Tec SU16, I'd say don't, unless you're going to buy the newest modern one that they have. Hopefully they fixed any problems, and hopefully I just got a lemon. But if you buy it brand new, I'm sure Kel-Tec will fix it for you if it's not working properly. Hope you liked the video. If not, tell me how much it sucked down below. If you did, give me a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, see what else I'm cooking up. I do have the sub 2000 that I've been working on that I've got in a 9mm version, and I'm totally loving that rifle. Probably 500 rounds deep into it and loving it so far. Totally reliable. So I'm not a Kel-Tec hater. I love Kel-Tec products. Just this one happened to suck.
You suck!
So I was super excited at first to get this rifle. You don't see them too often. They're kind of like unicorns. They show up here and there, and that's not how unicorns work. Configuration, maybe competing in the air. You're gonna buy the Kel-Tec SU16. If all of the problems were solved, if you had a reliable one, at the antenna of the car. Look at me. Focus.